So, when I was younger, I almost drowned. Yeah. Like, not like, oh, I went somewhere and I almost drowned. No, I almost died. Let's begin.
Oh, yeah. You are now watching a story time. So sit on down and get some popcorn to rhyme and put some lime on it. You can sometimes add some pop and some butter. I'm not getting paid for none of this. Hey, y'all ever been down to 75th Street?
Okay, so my parents don't even know that I almost drowned at this one time, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell it because literally people could get in trouble just for not supervising a young child in the woods. Because I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to be as honest as I can possibly be for this, and I'm telling the 100% truth on this. This is a real story, man. Like, no joke here. Full disclaimer, just so everyone's safe, I'm going to use fake names. It's a real situation, but I'm going to use fake names so everyone is safe. Okay? Disclaimer. So when I was in 8th grade, I decided that, I was going to have a little fun on a little trip that we went on. We went on a trip into a place called, that rhymes with Smurfsminya, and it was a place called Smonaco. I'm not going to say the name. I can't say the name. That would give away everything. Either way, we're going there, we're going to go camping. We have these nice cabins, everything's cool. While we're there, we have a great time. They tell stories, we learn good things about physics. Did you actually know that you put your hands on top of a man's head? If you have 4 people, you need 4, put your hand on top of the guy's head, hold it for 60 seconds, and put your 2 fingers together, one here, and 2 underneath the bottom of his legs, you will actually be able to lift the guy up into the air, no matter what weight he is. I've done this multiple times. It's very dangerous. You can break your fingers. Either way, while we're there, we cook. I made everybody some real good ground beef and spaghetti because that is my forte. At nighttime, that was a prime time. That was when whatever kid inhibition you wanted to ever have in the woods was going to happen. If you wanted to go out and make some s'mores, it was going to happen. If you wanted to go outside and, play tag and use the flashlights, it was going to happen. If you wanted to walk down by the lake that was at the end of it, way far away from all the other cabins, where you actually saw a dead deer's body and decide to go into the lake with 2 of your other friends because you want to be dumb, don't knowing how deep it was, you can do it. Yeah. Idiotically that night, while everyone else was doing their fun things, me and 2 other people had an idea. You know what? We trying to go swimming at pitch black. So one of my friends, not going to use the real name, so I'm going to just name him Juanez. Well, Juanez, me, and once again can't use the same name, so Jobert and Juanez. Notice how they're both J's. We decide that we're going to go down to the lake and we're just going to walk on the little jetties that they have out there and we're going to see how deep the water is. Keep in mind, at this time, I can't swim. I'm not a good swimmer. Also, if you're just noticing that this is a separate camera, yeah, there's 2. There's one here and one here. So either way, while we're there, there's a bunch of long tree sticks and tree limbs out there. We take the longest one we can find and we put it down just to see how far it can go. As it's going, full disclosure, this time I'm maybe 5'8", so I'm not too tall, nothing like that, but I'm the tallest one there. Putting it down there, noticing how the stick was bigger than us, we realized after a certain point in time, this thing is huge. If you were to go into that water without knowing how to swim, which none of us did, you were sinking that day because you didn't know what to do. So, as I was leaning forward in order to put it into the water, wouldn't you think it was just hilarious that one of my friends went, ha ha, hit me on the back. I immediately fell into the water. And down I went. Into the pitch blackness that was that lake. In Smurfsminya. I'm not going to give the name. You would think at that moment that some miraculous feats of human ability would come out and I would start to swim. I'll be like, oh man, I'm going to die. I'm going to get back. No. 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 I almost died. My friends physically had to grab my ankle and pull it back up. Do you know that all the water just goes into your nose? It just goes up there. And you can feel it. It feels like your face is burning. And I had no ab strength, so I was trying to get up, but only thing what happened was with more water when you push into my nose. So eventually I'm starting to squirm now like a worm underneath the water, and the fish is trying to get me. There's seaweed down there. I kept feeling something slowly trying to grab at my head, like someone was trying to hold me down there, literally freaking out. Thankfully, my friends were able to pull me back up as I started to hyperventilate and feel like I was gonna die. We all decided that we were gonna go inside and tell no one about this. We get back to the cabin, walk inside, dripping wet at this point. Everybody's more or less asleep because they've been playing practical jokes on people the entire night. But nobody noticed. Later on that morning, our teachers wanted to take us out on a hike in the cold. It was around March. It was around the time after you're leaving out of winter, coming into spring. So what it really meant was that in the early morning, around 5 o'clock, you were inside some cold weather. It was freezing. And I had already been introduced to the cold water that was there. So you can imagine how I felt running through the woods that I just came back out of only 2 hours ago. And I arrived right back to the same lake. When I tell you, I have never experienced a fear like that in my life. There's nothing that compares to it. But anyway, if my parents decide that they're gonna say, why did you do something like that? Well, guess what? I'm still alive. I did something dumb, I learned from it, and I just told everyone on YouTube. I almost died. Hey, if that video was too long, I hope it wasn't. Where's my symbol? Where's my symbol? There it is. There it is. Might have took a little while to get this video out. I lost a lot of data that was on the computer, so I just to fix it back up. I lost my MacBook, so I'm working again, like I said, on the Windows. And it's just a little adjustment, but I'm gonna do my best to make it funny, to edit properly, and to keep these videos coming. I have some skits planned. The toughest thing is to get people together to do, skits, because we all have real life happening. So, this is a hobby. So, as the hobbies go, whenever you have the time to do it, that's when you can do it. But I'm gonna try to get those things to come out. All right, subscribe, like, comment. Please comment, feel free. Give me ideas for stuff you want me to talk about. Anything, not anything. Some things, not anything, some. Cause y'all wild. Y'all nasty, for real.